Welcome to your EHC-TV Sports Update. I'm your host, Hayden Jamison. 5 of the top 25 teams, 1/5 of the nationally ranked men's lacrosse teams in the country, live in the South Atlantic Conference, and this weekend, the Wasps got a close look at one of them. As the number 8 team in the nation in Newberry rolled into the Sports City complex to take on the Wasps in conference action. Newberry was on the attack much of the afternoon. Liam Vollins makes a cut on the left side before making the pass, but what a snag by on the other side of the goal by Gabe Vigar, who puts it in the net. Newberry would jump out for the 12-0 lead. The Wasps would find a bright spot late in the second period. Wasp offensive pass down the court, looking for any type of opening in the tough Newberry defense. David Muse looks just to his left and finds Gavin Starling, who slips it past the goalie's leg for the first goal of the day. But Newberry showed why they are one of the best in the country, cruising to a 26-6 victory. The women's lacrosse team played host to the Newberry Wolves, who scored 10 goals in the first half and 5 more before the Wasps would get on the board with Bethany Beecher's penalty shot. The Wasps would add one more goal right before the end of the game from Beecher, but Newberry picks up this conference victory 6-2. The softball team made the trip over the mountain to Mars Hill at the end of last week, and Sawyer Tolley gets the Wasp on the board the first, and as she pounds one over the center field fence to give the Wasp a 2-0 lead. Mars Hill would cut the lead in half as Mia Schotter goes opposite field and over the head of Greenlee Elliott to get the runner home. The Wasp would fall behind 5-2 before Kylie Cundiff adds another home run to her scorebook. But in the end, Mars Hill would sweep the 2-game series, picking up the closing game win with a score of 6-4. And quickly, the men's baseball team traveled to Anderson for a weekend 3-game series, and after losing the first game on Friday, the Wasps would come back to sweep the doubleheader on Saturday, picking up their first series win of the year. The Wasps will be back on the road this weekend as they travel to Wingate for another 3-game showdown. Other sports notes from across campus: the Emory and Henry University outdoor track and field teams opened its season Friday at Eastern Kentucky University's Spring Invitational, with several top 10 finishes on both the men's and women's team. More importantly, this Saturday, the Wasps will host the Blue and Gold Invitational at the Food City Sports Complex. Be sure to check out one of not only 2 meets on the season. The men's tennis team spent the week playing 2 of the top 25 teams in the nation, going winless in matches with Lincoln Memorial and Carson Newman. The women's team also faced 2 top programs, failing to pick up a game against number 37 in the country, Lincoln Memorial, and a top 20 team in Wingate. That's been your EHC-TV Sports Update. I'm Hayden Jamison, and we'll see you next week.